Absolutely. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started with a look at the forecast. Doppler radar showing a little bit of rain on this Friday morning. Not a whole lot out there. None of this very heavy, nothing severe. So this is the kind of rain we love. We're not even having to worry about any thunderstorms out there. Just some light, steady rain up to the north. This is starting to fade out on us over the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, but to the south as well. Sacramento's and a little bit further off into the east, Chavez County, Eddy County, looking at some pockets of light rain. So enough to certainly drop a few raindrops on the windshield, but Albuquerque, no rain, but a gorgeous sunrise taking place. We have some high cloud cover out there, temperature about 72 degrees. Those winds out the south-southwest only about 5 miles per hour. Humidity about 49%. Quick look at the rest of the state. 50s and 60s scattered up to the north. We've got 70s lining the southern state line. 54 in Alamosa, 61 up in Durango. Pretty comfortable for you guys. Hourly forecast from those low 70s here in the metro this morning. Likely to jump into the upper 80s by noontime and eventually topping out in those 90s today. Yesterday we were at 98 at the Sunport. Today we'll start to shave off a few degrees on that. We'll go with about 94, 95 downtown. Superstorm track. Let's get to the good stuff this morning. The rain chances that we have in the forecast, like yesterday, they'll be pretty scattered across the state, stretching from the southwest into the northeastern plains. I do not expect really any of these to be severe, maybe one or two getting close to that severe threshold, and that's something we'll let you know of. But other than that, it's some rain and some gusty winds where those thunderstorms do develop. Tomorrow we continue with the scattered showers and thunderstorms. Both today and tomorrow, the higher terrain will be favored, but there is that possibility of those storms rolling off the high country and into the surrounding lower elevations, and that's something we're going to be watching for. Western 2/3 of the state favored for the scattered storms and showers today, and everyone pretty warm. By Saturday, we'll keep with the spotty storms out over the mountain areas, but late Saturday into Sunday, we start to track this cold front. It's going to knock temperatures down anywhere from 2 to 6 degrees. It'll kick up the East Canyon winds here in the metro, but it will also drag in some moisture, and that will keep those rain chances alive through the end of the weekend. There is one thing we really need to watch for when we get into June and early July. We see these storms develop, but a lot of this doesn't actually hit the ground. So we're going to be watching for the evaporation and also the lightning threat here too. Lightning can cause wildfires, and with the gusty winds that we oftentimes see in and around the thunderstorms, some of these fires can spread very quickly. So this is something we're going to be watching with the fire near Santa Fe and also the Doghead fire too. Not only the threat of the winds, but also the flash flooding too. It's not until we get into the later part of July and well into monsoon season we start to see more of that wetting rain and actually reaching the ground. So something to keep an eye on for sure. We'll let you know if we see any problems in those burn scar areas and those ongoing fires. Let's run you through your 7-day forecast. Southern Colorado warm today in the 80s and low 90s with some spotty to scattered storms. Almost a repeat day tomorrow. Northwest warm with temps in the low to mid 90s. Some spotty storms to watch for as well today through the weekend. Southwest partly cloudy with a few afternoon storms over the Gila Mountains. High temps toasty and Deming in Las Cruces at 100. Southeastern plains well into the 90s in most areas today. We'll be watching for those storms to fire up over the Sacramentos before rolling off into the plains. Northeastern plains looking at some spotty to scattered storms as well. High temperatures in the low to mid 80s for most areas. Tucumcari likely to hit the century mark today. Northern mountains, some showers and storms to watch for today through early next week. It is going to be one of those hit and miss situations. East mountains partly sunny with some spotty to scattered storms. Looks a little bit better as that front gets in here Saturday into Sunday, and we'll bring it into the metro. High temperatures well into the 90s for most across the valley today. Some spot storms possible over the weekend. Monday and Tuesday also looking at rain chances, but you'll notice even a little bit of a cool off here in the metro as we fall to the low 90s by early next week. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook for more details. The weather app has the radar in case you need a second look.
I'm all about the rain showers if we can get them, even if they're just spotty, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, we sure need the rain.
All right, Kristen, thanks. Let's get a look at the drive this morning and how